So here we are in Niles, Michigan, and we're looking at a church to be able to remodel and to be able to have a church where the members can feel like they really want to come here. So when we first looked at the project, it looked beyond us. But God kept instructing me, no, Rich, I want you here. And so I made some phone calls to Jason Clark, who owns the equipment, and to Scott and our team. And you guys want to come? And they all were affirmative to be able to come. I showed them the pictures. They knew what they were getting into. And the Michigan Conference has asked us to help with these projects to be able to have these churches that are about to close, to reopen and get new life with the help of many church members from the area churches. And it's happened now. This is our fourth church, and it's been a blessing. So let me take you through the pictures that we have of when we started and how it all worked out. This is our group, and we're starting to get the building ready, and everybody's working together for one common good. The equipment was a blessing to be able to come, but the roof was the first project that we needed to look at and to get it sealed in. And the brothers came out by the droves. It was from Village Church and other churches that came along with the brothers from this church here. This young man right here was a blessing. And so you can see it was not easy as we're going through here. We had to put an overhang on the building so that it wouldn't continue rotting, so the water could get away from the building. This is Sean. He's been with me in a lot of projects. He's from Alaska. And this is the team here that came from the Village Church. And what a blessing these guys were. As you can see, the shingles are going on really rapidly. With our group, it doesn't go quite as fast. Here they are teaching us how to do the valleys, what it looks like. And it was a blessing because then we could carry on when he had to go back to work and couldn't stay with us. We were able to keep right on going with the project. But he was a huge blessing from the church. Here we are working on the overhang, getting it ready. It was just 1 foot, but 1 foot sure makes a big difference. Jason is with this equipment. It's such a blessing to have competent people that know what they're doing on a project like this. This is Adam, which is Scott's son. He's been with me on many, many projects. So Jason and I are building the overhang. We're power washing it, getting it ready. Oh, this is the most important part. She's a great cook. She takes good care of us, and it takes a lot of good food. You can kind of see it was rough. It was really rough. We kept changing. Every time we tear off more, there would be more rot. We just kept putting new boards up to finally it was ready. But you can see the trees were here, and they put a lot of moisture in the roof. So we kept going until we could hardly go anymore. Sean, what a blessing. What a blessing. So you see here, we're getting pretty close. We're getting ready to start to lay some shingles. This is 7 layers. At times there were 5, 6, and the nails didn't even hold the wood. There was so many layers of shingles. But doesn't that look good? It's all ready, it's clean. We're getting ready to put the ice and water on that part of the roof. Here the boys are doing the last section, and it was just a lot of shingles, you guys. It was just a lot of shingles. It was really windy that day. It was beautiful, beautiful day in Michigan. And we were able to get that one section done that they were working on. The boys came back and off they went. And it's just fun to work with competent people that could go really fast. So they're getting a brand new roof, taking all the siding off and checking out the rot, replacing it. Here's the old, here's the new. Here we are taking off that, the rotted parts. There was a lot of rotted parts. Putting up soffit. It's nice to have the equipment where you can work right off the machine. We had some lines that went over the building, and we were able to rent a little auger there and put the line underneath. The ladies painting, getting ready. They had an old house on the site, and one of the brothers came and brought his equipment and tore the building down and took care of all the material that it detailed. And they did it in just 2 days, and it was all donated. The equipment, the trash, everything. People just really care about God's work as it goes forward. Look at that, it's already gone. It was just 2 days. And very, very good people on that equipment. Very competent. I needed to do some block repair, and I was able to borrow a few blocks, as you can see, from this house project to put in the other one. They didn't have a back door. That's where all the rot was, and we were able to put in a back porch. Here's the carport that was leaking really, really bad, and we were cutting that off and getting ready to put a brand new carport on, and be able to use some of the beams and whatnot. But Scott, I'm glad that he knows what he's doing. What a blessing it is to have on our team. This is Bob Featherton and Gufferson, and he's with us on a lot of projects. But it's Scott's know-how that really helps streamline us, I guess you could say. This is a brother that stayed with us the whole month, working with us on these projects. Steve was his name. And so here we are using the same beams again. We just had to turn them over a little bit to get them so that they flowed right. And then putting in a new roof system here. And just for the sake of the dollar, this type of roof won't leak, and it was cheaper than the roofing that they had on there before. So it's very economical to do it this way, and it really made the building look a whole lot better now with the truss system, and the water was staying away from the building because of the overhang and because of the flow that we have here. That was Harold that you saw. He's been to Cuba with us. These are the Cubans that come from Cuba, and they come and work with me on these different projects. This was terrible. This is the back side of the church, and it was all rotted. So once we started with the windows and doors, jack up the building back again, get it ready for the new boards. We noticed in the old area where these boards were, the floor sagged quite rapidly there in that section. And so we were able to jack it back up, put new boards underneath it, and make it like a brand new used one. Got rid of all the rot and put up new OSB, putting in the new door for the wheelchair accessibility. There Scott is making the turn tables, I guess you could say, for the trusses to make the overhang look much better. We put new soffit up, and we put in the siding and then the cedar shakes on that corner. But here are the boys going right at it. It's fun to watch these young people be missionaries, working for Jesus. They're all volunteers. No funding is available from us. Just the funds that you give goes straight to the building project. Nothing is stayed for administration costs. And aren't those windows beautiful? Wait till you see what Scott does to them next. He just outlines them, puts a little detail to the top, and then we get to side them, and it just really looks classy for a little church like this. So it's got a new facelift, new paint, I guess you could say, along the bottom, and everything is just coming along for the glory of God. It's the new porch instead of having the old carport. It's coming along nicely. We're getting ready to put together the sheeting and the shingles on this one, and we're going to put the cedar shakes also over there. You'll see that in a little while. Many hands make light work. Here we are building the ramp. We put in the exterior door just for wheelchairs so that they can be able to attend church also. Lots of tree roots, and we had a brother come and cut a tree safely. It was very nice of him to bring his equipment and to cut the tree and not have to worry about the building or the tree falling on the houses or anything. So we've had help from many churches, many countries now, and it's just fun to watch a project like this go together with all the brothers. That young man is from Alaska. And so from Alaska to Cuba to all the different churches around, because God's work goes forward. I would like to share my heart with you. Like I said, this has been a very hard project for us. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And this church started out with $4,000. And right now we're almost a little over 30, going to 35,000. And people have been very generous. It couldn't go forward without the generosity of God's people. And I just want to say thank you to those that have helped and those that are going to help. Use your money wisely. Use it for things that are going to advance the kingdom. And so these projects and others like them is just amazing what God can do with willing hearts and willing minds. So if you can't give, you can help with your labors. If you can't help with your labors, we'd love to have you pray for us as a team, as a people. But Jesus is coming soon. I really believe that. That's why we're here. This church is going to be full. They're planning on building another one. And so many times when we're in Mexico or Cuba and these other places, they're really looking forward to doing more church plants because Jesus is coming. We want a lot of souls in that kingdom. And I know from my own personal experience that God will help us. He will bless us. So I think of the Niles Seventh-day Adventist Church, the Southside, right here. We're looking at being able to come back and redo the interior, just like we did the outside. But again, we need funding. And so God lays it on your heart. Send in the check, send in the money, and then come and help us. Let's further God's work together. Thank you.